joined again with David Coyne as last time, and now we've got Ethan Spence. That's right, innit?
Spencer.
Spencer,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. Let the people know about yourself for a sec.
Live in Gloucester, met Dave at uni. First time I've met you. You seem sound, man. I do bar work, train mixed martial arts part-time, and that's about it, man. Nothing interesting.
And then David again.
Well, go on, what you saying?
So talking today, I think we'll go more into the side or a few stories from Ethan and David's uni days.
Absolutely.
And then also talking about what I find, we've all got a kind of common interest in it, in combat sports. So it'd be that boxing, mixed martial arts.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
There's been a lot of stuff gone on, not only today, but this past week, which is quite interesting. So, of course, at the weekend we had Dillian White's fight, which had a stacked undercard as well. I don't know, did you guys watch it?
Yeah, I did actually. I did. I watched them. I watched the last 3 fights. Chisora.
Yeah.
Chisora annihilated that Polish Donny.
Yeah.
We watched it together, didn't we?
Yeah, we watched it at the pub. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gutted for Dave Allen though. Absolutely devastated. I really wanted him to win, man. Really wanted him to win.
White Rhino. Yeah. No. At the same time, David Price, it's good for him to come up again. Kind of reinstate that he's still at that level, because Dave Allen's a good opponent.
I think it makes him a gatekeeper now though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah. Because he's kind of like pondering on that. I'd say he's above domestic level, but then it's a level above that. He
just doesn't seem to be able to step up, does he?
He's at the international level. He's there. But then with David Allen, I've seen, because he's on Instagram all the time, but he's said that he's going to fight again.
Oh, really?
He's recovering from a broken orbital bone.
Yeah.
As well.
What is that?
So around your eye. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, you'll see it after the fight. It was massive as well. It was huge.
But it was also on the undercard as well. Was it Rakapor's opponent? No, it wasn't Rakapor's opponent.
Oh, yeah, I did watch that fight.
Oh no, it was the guy from Lewisham. I can't remember his name. Sorry, guy. But his opponent, his eye flared up, probably double the size of David Allen's.
Really?
But I think it was just the blood vessel popped, and it was just sagging there, and all collecting. But yeah, so with mixed martial arts, that's what you train, Ethan.
Yeah, so I did kickboxing from about the age of 14. 21 now. Sorry, I forgot to say that. Did kickboxing from the age of 14, but I stopped during my GCSE years. No, even a year earlier than that actually, maybe 12. And then I did that for a few years, and then stopped at my GCSE years.
Yeah. Was that just to focus on exams, or you just?
Yeah, it was at the time, man. Because I wanted to get to Hartbury College, and I got my grades for that. But I'm not a massively academic person, so I had to work hard to get my 5 Cs. So I stopped then, but even then I knew I wanted to pick it back up at some point. And then when I came back to do it, I decided I was going to do mixed martial arts. Yeah. And
it's honestly, I wish when I was younger I'd kind of protect the parents, especially my mum, which I don't know if it's good or it's bad, but I wish I got into boxing, and I'm kind of praising it onto my younger brother now, because honestly I think.
Does he train it?
That's my brother.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to get him into it.
Man.
That's what it's because.
Yeah.
I live in Croydon at the moment, and the buzz around Croydon is so many good gyms.
Okay.
So many good. So you've had Charlie Edwards come out of there. He's the flyweight world champion with WBC. Right. You got Joshua Boazzi.
Yeah.
From Selhurst, which is around the corner. All these up and coming stars coming out of Croydon and Lewisham. No. The talent that's coming from here.
Yeah, man.
Is immense. And go on.
No, I was gonna say it's nice seeing stuff like that as well, because obviously when you're around it, like there's a guy from our gym back in Gloucester. His name's Christian Duncan, and he's recently just gone pro with Cage Warriors.
Yeah.
It's obviously like the biggest,
one
of the biggest.
Big up yourself.
Biggest in the UK.
Biggest in the UK. It's one of the biggest in Europe, isn't it? Really, I think you've got the ones in like Russia and over there are massive over there, and ONE FC in Asia, they're huge. But for the rest of Europe,
ONE FC is bigger than the UFC.
It's huge. It's massive.
Really?
Yeah, attraction. Because ONE FC, they've got so Eddie Alvarez fought over there and lost. Yeah. They now have Mighty Mouse Johnson.
Yeah, he only just won his fight over there as well.
It was close, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's something to do with because he's fighting. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but the ONE FC weight cutting policy is very different to the UFC's. They regulate like people's body. You know what? I'm not even going to go into it because I'm going to sound like a twat because I don't actually know what it is.
I've heard of it. No, but keep going. I've heard of it. Isn't it they judge you on, so you can't cut so much water.
Yeah, it stops you from cutting as much, basically, in
So
a
it's
roundabout
healthier.
kind of way. Yeah, it's meant to be a lot healthier, but that means that people like Demetrius Johnson are now fighting opponents that are a bit bigger, because he was used to cutting a lot more weight.
Yeah.
To have that strength when he's going against.
Yeah,
a
so he's
smaller
fighting
opponent.
people that are more around his weight, which is kind of
Yeah.
interesting, really.
Yeah.
So how's he doing now?
He won his first fight, man, but only just. Well, I say only just, it was a good finish, but.
It's because they always say with the UFC that that's the top of the competitive ladder with it. But then there's the like Bellator's really up and coming at the moment.
Yeah,
And
Bellator
the
shows are
amount
getting
of
bigger and
talent-
bigger at the moment.
Yeah, the amount of talent that's there. I've only watched a few of their shows myself, but
Yeah,
then I've
same.
watched the way, I don't know, it's just a different way of consuming entertainment now. Like, you do it when you want and when you can.
Yeah.
Like, it's not necessarily sit down. The one thing I do is boxing and football. Like, I watch that live because I want to be a part of that moment. But then it's a bit different with fights because there's so many all the time. There's so many good fights as well. But going back to the training part of it, what made you want to get into it at such an age with the kickboxing?
So I've always been involved in sports. I played football from the age of 4, and I was I always played in winning teams, you know, and I was always like quite competitive, but that never went anywhere.
It's fucking sick at football, man.
But no, I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just quite competitive.
Yeah.
And I think this is what I say. My gran absolutely hates me doing it. Absolutely hates me doing it. But I always say there's no purer form of like competition for me than just being in a cage and. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't hide. You can't hide. Do you know what I mean? You can't hide there.
Yeah,
you actually get to see somebody for what they are. So.
All of your talent comes out. All of your training.
I rate that.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think? Have you sparred at all yet?
Yeah.
Spot on time, didn't you? Yeah.
Not at the moment, but.
When you go into it, there's the training and when you're actually throwing punches and you're going down onto the ground. I'd say going onto the ground, if we're looking on the outside, going down onto the ground, your training's kind of come into practice more so. But do you like remember it, or is it all just like instant? It's almost subconscious, the training you've gone through.
Learning to grapple, I'd say, is like learning how to fucking walk again.
Yeah.
It is difficult. It is really difficult. But
do you remember what that was like?
What, learning how to walk?
Yeah.
I remember that. Dickhead. No, yeah, like for me, striking, I'm quite natural with striking.
Yeah.
But grappling, not at all so. But once you get down certain concepts, like subconsciously, like
You know what to do when you're in certain positions, you certain
yeah, you may not know the skill, but you sort of understand maybe you need to move somebody's body this way, or you need to move somebody's body that way in order to get out.
It was basic, yeah. When we was at uni, you used to get us down on the floor and that and demonstrate in it, and that would be a way of you remembering it.
Yeah. I have to repeat the same thing for me to be able to.
Yeah.
But
Basic though.
yeah.
Better miss sparring with you and that. Like, we used to just go to the gym and that, and
Yeah.
just good fun.
Yeah.
Well, it was good fun.
That's the thing. Even if you're not going to be fighting, I think it's such a good thing for your body and the mental.
The exercise, like
Yeah,
the amount you
100%.
sweat as well.
100%,
Like that
man.
was exactly the reason why I started it. Not only did obviously I want to like encourage obviously Ethan and do that sort of stuff, but I also wanted to like keep healthy myself. At the time I was smashing gym, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like absolutely crazy experience, and just went in the gym and just absolutely sweat your dick off basically.
Yeah.
Like worked so hard.
And I think also just again looking on the outside, like I've never done it myself, but I would love to. Just the problem solving to it, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Like learning how to
Yeah.
move people's bodies around and like finding those one or two openings.
And you know what else it is as well? It's very humbling. You
Yeah.
can get, if you go in there with an ego, you'll get humbled so fast. It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Like even now, like I'll roll people or spar people that are a lot better than me, and I'm like, fucking hell, I need to get there.
Yeah.
Like I need to get, and it is humbling. It is, but it's rewarding at the same time.
I think it's good on the other side as well with the people that you're sparring that have that much more experience. They're willing to go with somebody who's relatively a novice in comparison to them, and like, help them learn and bring them up as well. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. You do get not so much at our gym, but at some gyms you do just get cans.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
yeah,
Would they
100%.
go way too hard?
Yeah, they'd come in with an ego, like they might have done something before, fought somewhere, and but nah, our gym's pretty cool, man. My gym that I go to, everyone's sound as fuck. Get on with everybody, really.
Fair.
But
Just
yeah,
quick. Move it a bit closer to your mouth.
my bad.
Yeah,
Better?
you can move the arm. So pull it.
Oh my gosh, my bad.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That's all good. Yeah. No, just so it's comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. But yeah, I think even the boxing as well. That's why I want to get my brother into it because because he's in his early teens at the moment.
Okay.
And then I feel one self-defense because I feel with certain people, especially like you said, you get humbled so fast.
Yeah.
I think that gets you in a mindset where you're not going to walk out of the gym and you're not going to be Barry Big Bollocks and want to fight everybody, but you're going to know that if you were ever put in that situation, you could defend yourself and defend your friends around you.
Yeah, and it does give you a massive confidence boost as well, really.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we were saying earlier about a lot of fighters being quite chilled out behind the scenes. Like my coach, if you didn't know he was a fighter, do you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't know just by telling him. Like he's not an aggressive person.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just gives you that confidence, and I think that's why people like that are so chilled out.
Yeah.
Personally,
I think it's with the coaches especially taking that aggression out of it because the aggression can be used. Like with recently Jorge Masvidal and Ben Askren.
Oh, that was outrageous, man.
There was pent up hate.
That was the best KO I think I've ever seen. Genuinely, I loved it.
And then, what do you
Volleyed
think
the guy.
Yeah, what do you think about this as well? The amount of hate he's got afterwards because
Who, Askren or Masvidal?
Askren. Not sorry. Masvidal.
Oh, what for that? The strikes afterwards?
Not necessarily strikes afterwards because in the UFC that happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's until it's deemed KO by the referee. But with the showboating afterwards, people found it kind of unfavoured, but there was all of the shit talking on Askren's side leading up to the fight, where he was talking about his family, talking about his religion.
Yeah.
Which is all part of it. It's all part of selling the fight, and I understand that. But I believe it got personal, or Masvidal took it personal, and then the showboating after it, because there will be a rematch. Of course there will be, because it's going to sell too many tickets.
Yeah.
Do you feel it was like a bit too much, coming from your point of view?
No, I really don't. Not. No, I think if you talk shit to certain people, they're gonna react in a certain way, man. There's certain people you can't do that to. Jorge Masvidal. Listen to the guy's name, man. Yeah. His name is Jorge Masvidal. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You couldn't get more of a villain if you tried.
The guy single-handedly silenced the O2.
Yeah.
I remember watching.
And then went backstage and battered Leon Edwards as well, just because.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Did he?
No, he did batter him.
Yeah, no.
He punched him, didn't he? Yeah. He
really?
got in a fight. Yeah.
Mate.
It was they were queuing up in a restaurant or something like that.
No, this was they were. Masvidal was getting interviewed, and then Leon Edwards walked past him and said something to him, and then Masvidal was like, "What did you say?" Or something like that, and then they squared up to each other. Masvidal went over again, you know, I did against Askren, put his hands behind his back, and then just fucking clawed him. It's hilarious, but
I think you have to respect it, and there's so many fighters are getting in trouble. I remember there was I don't know if he actually got fined for that.
Possibly, probably, I imagine he did.
I understand there's like a kind of image they've got to uphold as being part of the UFC and any organisation for that matter, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, they're fighters.
Yeah,
they're fighters, man. They're fighters. It happens. There's a lot of egos, a lot of testosterone.
Yeah, sure.
It's going to happen, but it's like with The Ultimate Fighter. That's why The Ultimate Fighter did so well, wasn't it, back in the day? Because it was just loads of fighters all in one room getting aggro and nobody ever seen it before.
All living within one house.
Yeah, all under one roof. Don't they have their phones and shit taken off them as well?
Wouldn't surprise me.
I think they do. I think they get their phones and whatnot taken off them.
That would like ramp up so much.
Yeah, which is weird to think, isn't it? Fucking phone.
It was. I was speaking to a guy at work today, and so a big show in the UK at the moment is Love Island, and I don't watch it myself. But do you guys at all?
No.
We did on holiday.
Yeah,
whilst we were out in
we watched 3
Cambriles.
episodes.
That was because of
we watched
first 3, something like that.
No,
was it longer than that?
Well, it wasn't. I can't remember
don't know.
which ones it was, but a couple of the lads were into it, so we all sort of, it was like a
I had to
like
kind
a
of
daily
sit
thing.
down, yeah.
No, I enjoyed it whilst we watched it though. I can't lie, I did.
Did ya?
Since I got back, I haven't watched it, but I enjoyed it whilst I was out there.
Oh.
And to be fair, I know everything that's fucking going on
filled
because
the
of Twitter
time,
and
innit?
everything anyway.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, my lady watches it religiously.
I bet you know everything that's going on.
I don't have a clue.
Oh, I
I
do
know
not,
Tommy Fury and I know India Reynolds. They're the only two. But the thing with that, what I was talking to a guy at work was, when you look on it from the outside and they like match up as couples, don't they? And they're like boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. But to become boyfriend and girlfriend, they propose, which is odd. Like that's the thing.
What?
That's the,
Oh,
what the
they
show
take
call
each
it.
other.
Yeah, they take them away and then they ask, as if you're going to propose when it's
Oh, right,
in
yeah,
real life,
okay,
it's not
okay.
that deep. But looking on it from the outside, they've been with each other for what, maybe a week, maybe
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
and
bare
then
strange.
They almost say, I couldn't imagine my life without you. and all
Yeah.
this. But
But
with that, they don't have their phones. They don't have
Yeah.
contact with the
Yeah, so
outside
it must
world.
be really
It's like
intense.
dog
Yeah.
years. for
Yeah.
them. And I didn't think of it like that.
oh, that's a great shout, you know.
Yeah, no,
I didn't think of it like that.
Someone at work told me. I was like, I didn't think of it like that at all, because I was like, I thought they're coupled up beforehand by the producers and
Yeah,
stuff
no.
like that.
Yeah.
I understand it if that's the person you're spending 24 hours with.
Yeah, no
Okay.
phone, no distractions. It would get intense fast, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it would.
Like I
Yeah.
spend a week, maybe 48 hours with my girlfriend, and
Yeah.
we're sleeping for 12 of them.
Exactly.
When you're with somebody like that, and you're with all of the other people as well, because they all sleep in one big room.
Mm.
Yeah, strange. It's strange.
Yeah, it's weird. And it
Yeah, it
used
must
to
get so intense.
around all those people. It's like Big Brother. It's exactly.
Yeah.
Like Big Brother.
Oh my gosh, Big Brother. That died out in the end, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was terrible. But
Yeah, I think it's just because they started getting washed up people and trying to make them the like Rylands of the UK. And yeah, and going back to boxing as well. One thing we started talking about before we started recording today was the Dillian White situation that's just come out
true.
after him being number one. I don't know I'll get up now. I'll have a look, see if anybody's commented. But after being number one with the WBC for over 600 days, he's failed a drugs test after his points win over Oscar Rivas.
yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, it was an amazing fight. Dillian White did go down, but he said it was as he's crossing his legs, he's
Yeah, we
I
did
saw
say that
He
when
definitely
we saw it
did
though,
get
didn't we?
clotted,
Hmm?
but-
We did say that it looked like he tripped.
yeah.
Yeah.
But and of course he was backing up from the punches, which made it look more in Oscar Rivas' favour. But the guy's only been knocked down 3 times in his professional career after 26 fights.
Yeah, no,
And-
he looked good as well. To be fair,
looked
like
very
he boxed
good. Yeah.
really smart, which
Yeah.
you don't usually.
Yeah.
Dillian
yeah.
White, and,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? But
I feel
fair play to him. And then this happened.
from this defeat from Joshua, which is his only defeat, he's progressed so much as a boxer. In
Yeah,
my
I'd agree with
opinion.
that.
Yeah,
like
I'd
you're saying, he's become so much more like a boxer.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's not just throwing haymakers and putting people out. He's
Yeah.
understanding that I don't think he's understanding. He's just got to that level where he's fighting world class fighters time and time
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And he's
And-
not taking an easy fight.
And I appreciate a guy like Dillian White as well, man. More so because he really has come from the bottom. Do you know what I mean? Like someone like that,
Yeah,
he didn't have a massive amateur career.
He had 6
He's
fights.
pretty much promoted himself. Do you know what I mean? All over social media, he's got himself a following.
Yeah.
He seems like he's pretty like a real guy. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's a shame that all this drug bullshit has
Yeah,
come out
yeah.
because 10-10, you know that like a high percentage of elite boxers are probably on some sort of juice.
Yeah.
I think anyway.
Yeah. Fair.
And the thing is, because he was caught for drugs before, and it caused him to have 2 years out of the ring, and that was a tainted supplement. He didn't take it knowingly at all, but he
Okay.
still took it. And I hope this point.
Was that in his kickboxing days? That might have been in his kickboxing days. But
I
yeah,
believe
anyway.
because I believe the kickboxing and the professional boxing kind of overlapped a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So it was at a point early in his career, but it made him miss out for 2 years.
Mad. Okay.
And that's all of that experience kind of gone.
Mm.
But I hope I need to have a look now.
That's what I mean, man. It'd be easy to give up after that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That early on.
Exactly. Yeah.
So fair play to him.
Yeah.
Well, it's like we were talking earlier about the new John Jones situation.
with
Oh,
the.
the
Well,
That's
stripper,
but
apparently.
it's not
crazy.
new. It happened 6 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
what?
only
The
just,
woman's
mad.
only just come out
It's
and
only
said?
just come out now.
That's a
Ah.
bit suspicious,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Exactly. When he's just
One
come
thing
out,
after the other, though, innit?
Yeah,
Like,
with Johnny Bones.
and the thing I was always worried about before that fight was if he had lost and he got drug
He
tested
didn't
and
look
it was
great
negative.
in that fight either against Thiago
No,
Santos.
he didn't.
It didn't look great against somebody who had one leg.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, Thiago Santos was fucking limbless.
Mm.
would you say that was his
Well, not
toughest
limbless,
test
but
today?
right leg, left leg. Let's say it again, sorry.
Would you say that's his toughest test today?
Or
I think that's the
Gustafsson.
worst he's looked.
Yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Or
Like,
came
which
out
is-
of the ring, I think, because he had to get carried out, didn't he?
Oh,
Both of
fuck
them
knows,
did,
man,
didn't they, I
can't
swear?
remember. Fuck knows, man, maybe I can't even remember, but
Because I saw a picture of him getting carried out
yeah,
by
it might have done, to be
by
fair.
two of his team.
Oh, what John Jones on the recent?
Yeah,
He was carried out on the shoulders, like he was
yeah,
being
yeah.
assisted, but then both of the guys were wheeled out of their dressing rooms later that evening.
Yeah,
Just because
that's
of the
outrageous.
fucking kicks they were throwing at each other.
Yeah.
But I'm reading here, if Dillian White is found guilty of taking drugs, the ban's 4 to 8 years.
That is
Wow.
nuts.
That's his career.
Wow.
That is a long time.
I hope that's just the clickbait title. I'm
Yeah,
reading.
yeah.
But I'm trying to see now what his promoter Eddie Hearn was
See,
saying.
Deontay Wilder's come out and spoke a load of shit about it as well.
What about the drugs test?
Yeah, about Dillian White. I can't remember word for word what he wrote, but he slammed fucking. Well, might not have been on Twitter. It might have been a quote of his that I read on Twitter. Said that he should be banned for life and whatnot.
But
Is this the pizza?
Yeah,
Alright.
I think so.
it's alright. I mean, you keep
Yeah,
talking for a
100%, bro.
But I feel with Deontay Wilder as well that he's kind of dodging a lot of fighters. So
Yeah, well, he obviously is, like I said, man, mandatory for 600 days, wasn't he, Dillian White?
yeah.
Didn't even get a sniff at Deontay Wilder, and now that he's obviously not going to fight him anytime soon, he's spouting his name, isn't he? So
Yeah. So I really do hope, because he's now. I hope this drugs test is just a fluke, and it's just people trying to get clickbait titles. At the moment.
yeah. Hopefully it'll be a tainted supplement, but
Yeah.
I don't know how it works in boxing. So obviously in the UFC or in MMA, well, under USADA, it's a lot different, isn't it? The drug
Yeah.
drug rules, but
I believe it's what type of drug it is. So if
is
it's
it state commission ran with boxing, like the Nevada State Athletic Commission,
So
and then
you have the UK anti-doping,
yeah.
and then there's I believe the WBC have their own type of drug testing as
Oh,
well.
okay.
But the thing with Eddie Hearn and his fighters, it is VADA. I believe it is
Is it?
VADA.
Okay.
I might be talking shit there, but it's a type of drugs testing, because you see Dillian White getting tested all the time. He's active on social media.
Yeah.
You see Anthony Joshua getting tested all the time.
You think Anthony Joshua's on any source?
There's been a lot of Dillian White, but I have to take it with a pinch of salt because Dillian White hates the guy. Or he used to, at least. But he used to say that he would take testosterone, but it was for the teeth.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
for the teeth, sorry. For
I heard
asthma.
about the testosterone. Okay.
And that's the only way testosterone could be.
Oh right.
Bought
So
in-
yeah, awfully convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently, so many boxers do it, even though they don't have the asthma. But what real benefit is it going to do? Say you can punch harder, punch slightly harder, you're going to maybe get that knockout. But at these high level fights, they go into the later rounds. It's about your boxing ability and your boxing IQ.
Yeah. Well,
Or unless it's EPO. Because EPO, that's what.
Dillashaw, TJ Dillashaw.
TJ Dillashaw and also Big Baby Miller. That's
Oh,
what
was
he
that
got
what it
caught for,
was?
EPO. So what that
Okay.
is, that,
Fat
and
bastard.
I had it briefly explained to me. It's a thing where they have to measure your blood,
Right.
and then as you keep going, or keep going through the cycle of it, they have to like adjust the dosage as so.
Right.
I'm not too sure on the whole details of it, but you're taking that drug.
Right. Okay. Okay.
But we'll just finish up on this point and then we'll get to the food. But with the Big Baby Miller situation, what that EPO would have done would have made him fight like Manny Pacquiao against Anthony Joshua at heavyweight. He would have just gone on for ages.
Yeah,
he would have got. He would not have got tired, and that's you could see that with Tito Dillashaw.
Yeah, the
He
guy
did not
never
get
got
tired,
tired ever.
Until who was the guy he lost to?
I was looking
Cejudo.
online.
But that was fast. That was a fast finish,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
The UK
He lost to
anti-doping
Cejudo.
agency, So what we were calling about.
So
yeah.
then you see there, it's not the
what they've said is
knockout
that
with
power
the Dillian White
that he's
situation
getting
from that EPO.
the
It's
A
the
sample,
longevity,
because
and
yeah.
when they drug
test,
test,
they
they
just
take
increase
different
it.
samples just to make sure there
But
wasn't
what we're going to do now,
inconsistency with the test.
we'll come back to you guys in a minute.
And they found on the A sample that it was positive. I'm not too sure what for. I don't think they've released that yet, but it was positive for drugs. And what I'm reading here is just the A sample was found by the UK Anti-Doping Agency. The British Border Control was informed, and so was Dillian White. The WBC was not, and that's not protocol really for the fight to go ahead, because I believe it was on that Saturday night, and the fight took place then. But if the British Border Control has deemed it safe, then surely it can't be a big deal, really.
Yeah, you would have thought so. Maybe there's some shady shit going on.
Yeah.
No.
Never know.
It is boxing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. But
Probably say that at any high level of any sport, though. Do you not think?
well, I'd
Yeah,
say more so with boxing
everyone,
because
yeah.
you're going in there with an intent to hurt somebody.
Yeah,
you
of
know?
course, yeah.
So that's why Big Baby Miller was drawn out of that fight immediately.
Yeah.
But if the British Border Control has deemed it safe for him to fight, they don't care about the money.
Yeah.
They're not getting anything from that fight. They'd take him out in a heartbeat. And to be honest, if it did happen, it would be damaging for the card, but it was a stacked card anyway.
Yeah, it was,
So
to be fair. Yeah.
From the head of Eddie Hearn, it'd be like, it's fine, like David Allen and David Price could headline it, even though he done it the last time.
Yeah.
And he still got Chisora and yeah. But I really do hope that it's just a clickbaity title as well, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah, because what was it? You said 4 to 8 years.
I think that was clickbait.
For the ban.
Oh, was that?
Yeah,
Was that clickbait?
I think that was because it said that Dillian White could be banned for 4 up to 8 years.
Right. Okay.
And then that would be the end of his career because he'd be coming out of
Yeah,
that
Right,
that's
okay.
38,
crazy.
39 in the longer stretch. But I believe that because the guy's already gone through it before, he's not that stupid, and he seems like. Of
Yeah,
course,
we
I don't
know.
know him. I can only see him through the camera on
Yeah, of
YouTube.
course, 100%.
But he doesn't seem like the guy who would do that. And we know people who know him and box at the same gym, but they would understand the goings on of it,
Right.
and nothing gets said. So
Yeah,
I do
for
hope
sure.
it's all just a shambles.
Yeah,
and it's
same.
just it'll get sorted out soon because we need to have that mega fight with Tyson Fury once he beats. Deontay
Yeah,
Wilder.
I really think Fury
Yeah.
batters everybody though. I think he beats Ruiz, Wilder, Joshua. I think he makes Joshua look ridiculous, honestly.
That's the fight I want to see. Fury and Joshua.
Yeah, I want to see it, but I do also like
Yeah.
AJ, which is the
yeah.
thing. I
Yeah,
do like
yeah,
AJ, so I think
yeah.
it'd be a
He's-
shame to watch him get his ass handed to him. But I think that's what happened.
He's brought the sport up so much.
Yeah, I like. It's one of those the Klitschko fight. Like I remember where I was for it.
Klitschko was mad.
But I remember. Do you know what I mean? Like it's one of those moments.
Yeah.
But I do think Fury dances around him. I really do.
Was Fury the one that we was at in the pub?
Hey.
Sorry, Klitschko.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was mad.
That was a sick.
When at university.
You watched it?
Yeah, we watched it together with a massive group that night, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we all kind of was sat around this long table, and it was
Rammed as well, wasn't it?
yeah,
Rammed.
it was absolutely
Was it
chocker.
Spooks?
No, well, it was Yates, wasn't it?
That's the one. Yeah, my bad. I always used to
And-
get those two mixed up at uni.
Yeah, and as soon as he knocked him down,
AJ.
yeah,
Yeah, the place went mad, didn't it?
yeah.
Place did go mad.
It's crazy.
And
What was
then
the atmosphere
in the
like
11th?
when-
Was it the 11th?
We literally there was glasses being
When-
thrown
Yeah,
left,
people
right, and
AJ
centre.
AJ went
Like,
down
Hey?
or when Klitschko went down?
Right, when the fight was stopped, man.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
celebrations
yeah.
when the fight was stopped was
Yeah.
word
It's like the
incredible.
scenes for the World Cup last year.
Yeah.
oh,
that
yeah,
was
there was
Linz.
that was
The
nuts.
atmosphere around London, and well, like,
We
going
went
back
we
to
went
last,
to one.
yeah, exactly. We went uptown for it up in Shoreditch, but going back to the last podcast me and you done, the way football affects a nation is
Yeah.
crazy.
Incredible, yeah.
The atmosphere around London was immense.
Yeah,
And whether you supported England or not.
Yeah, whether you're
it's
club
infectious, isn't it? It
whether
really
you're
is.
club football or not,
No,
like
I'm national. Like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't follow club football at all.
Fair.
And
people will come out for the national games.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? But they
same.
won't watch it on a weekly basis
Yeah.
in the Prem. So
the way it brought people together, nobody was fighting.
No,
Everybody
yeah.
was having a good time. We were up in arms with strangers. Like leaving the pub, I remember, because we went.
yeah, I never saw a scrap in any of them times.
No,
It's mad, isn't
it was amazing.
And that was uptown as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go uptown, there will be maybe one or two fights a night that you'll see. But
Mm.
during that time,
But literally that time where we went to that pub, it was just
Yeah.
if you smashed a bottle or
There-
you elbowed somebody or anything, it was always just like
'Cause you
they didn't
celebrate.
care. Do you know what I mean? Like,
You smash
I mean,
the ball.
obviously not over their head, bro. Do you know what I mean?
I'd say at
Oh,
most
Jesus.
that pub itself, it was stacked on tiers. Like there was
Yeah.
half level floors,
Yeah.
mezzanines everywhere. I think there was 2 mezzanine floors, so there couldn't have been more than 2,000 square meters, and there was easily 3,000 people in that pub,
Yeah.
and the floors would shake.
Oh, it was nuts.
When Dyer scored that penalty, when everybody drew him off to beat Colombia and take him out of it,
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh, for fuck's
I
sake!
can't lie, I did that.
Why is he doing it?" And then once he done it,
Yeah. Big up yourself for that.
Erupted.
But
I was in this little small town called Newton the other week watching.
the cricket.
Oh, I can't even remember. No, I think it was
Nah,
just some
you
shitty
can't be
England
watching
game. I was
cricket,
watching
man.
some shitty England game with my mates, and there was this bloke who went to Liverpool to watch the Champions League final in Liverpool. And he said the scenes there were incredible. He said he was still out. People were still out. Like the streets were rammed until 9:30, 10 in the morning.
Yeah,
People
Wow.
were still celebrating. Like you couldn't move through Liverpool,
that's amazing.
through the centre of Liverpool.
that is sick.
And and he said it was probably the best night he's ever had.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? All from a fucking game of football. It's
Yeah.
mad, mental.
Imagine being one of those 20-year-olds. Like I can't believe that they're so young, and
Yeah.
they're
It is mental.
they have the like respect of a nation.
Mm.
And this is the one thing as well I hate when they they try and compare themselves to them, saying, "Oh, I could have done that."
Oh,
No, you couldn't have.
Yeah.
You weren't in that
Well,
situation.
it goes back to our first podcast, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's all about the motivation, you know. There's plenty of... So the team that I'm at, I'm not going to name it, but there's plenty of boys there that are like, oh, yeah, I can get into the first team, things like this. But the problem is that they don't work hard enough and they've not got that attitude to want to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They think they've already got it. And it's the people like yourself, what you were saying earlier with your MMA, man, like, you don't gloat about it.
Yeah.
You
no,
just
yeah.
work in silence,
Yeah,
and you don't show it in the public
But-
eye. Like,
But you know what? Yeah, is I would say, I wish, like, you know, I always said with football, I used to play football, or like it was like a passion of mine when I was a little kid. Obviously, I wanted to be a professional footballer, but I didn't realize at the time. Like, you don't realize at that age, and I think that's what obviously separates
yeah.
the levels. is
How
the-
early you have
how
to
early
start.
you have to really dedicate
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Like, your work ethic has to be elite when you're like 10 years old, which I think is nuts.
Yeah.
But now that I'm a little bit older, and this is why I enjoy MMA, man, because I feel like I've realised, like, oh shit, no, if you want to actually do something,
Yeah.
you really have to put in a lot of work.
go out and get it.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
you have to really put in a lot of work for it. And I wish I understood that from a younger age, but I'm happy I did still young enough, you know?
You know, same. I feel like from working with my dad when I was younger, I've got that work ethic. From
Yeah.
both my parents, they
Yeah.
both work really hard. So from the age of like 14, I've had that ethic. But then for me, it was understanding what to put it into and
Okay.
what to go into,
Okay.
and understanding really what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
And I feel like the time within uni when I was like on my own learning,
Yeah.
I was around people,
Yeah.
but on my own learning, you're not getting input from anyone else but you. You're following your passion, and
Yeah.
What did you do at uni? sorry?
so I studied architecture at uni.
Okay.
Didn't.
So where did the podcast come into everything?
Oh well.
Yeah, this guy is the most motivated guy. I said this on the first podcast for the people that are going to listen to this one as well. I'll cheat you not, yeah, this guy is the most motivating guy ever. Like, he works so fucking hard. Like, he'll go to work here, which is, what hours do you work?
Oh, normal 9 to 5 really.
So he works 9 to 5 every single day, right? He then gets home, what time?
7.
So yeah, that's pretty much the entire of his day gone. He finds time in that time to start your own, well,
So
are you allowed to say it?
Yeah, yeah.
So the clothing line, your
So pretty much what I'm trying to do.
Your own
This is
podcasts.
the reason for the podcast as well, because from uni I've found all these different interests, and I've learned so much just from talking to people.
Yeah.
And meeting people from different walks of life. Like I would have never met you if it weren't for David.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And like it's a blessing in disguise as well.
Absolutely.
Meeting these different people, meeting them from all walks of life, like I know war refugees, like who are like I'd consider best mates. Been through a lot. Like people from all over the world. I know I have a bed in places on every single continent where I can go and visit. And that's one of the benefits of me. I'm sure you guys have as well. Like you know people from
know people from around the world.
Yeah, family and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we went uni with like people that obviously went from all walks of life. Do you know what I mean? Australia, fucking Norway, loads of different places.
But then going back to like the reason why I wanted to start the podcast is to understand and appreciate people's different opinions and
learn
and knowledge and learn and be less ignorant.
So where have you been? Sorry, like how many places have you been?
Sorry?
Where have you been? Like how many places abroad? Like have you travelled or so?
Oh, I haven't travelled as much as I want to. I've maybe been to 5 countries.
Okay.
And as I've now got a job and I've got disposable income, I can actually go out and do that. I'm going out in a month or 2.
Cool.
And I love to go and talk to people from other places as well and record it. But with my kind of passion being design as well, one of my passions, it allows me to see the problem, identify the problem with different people, think of a solution, and then design something around that and provide a solution. Like the ocean cleanup, I'm sure you've seen this.
Yeah.
So the guy's 24 years old, started up this company back when he was 17, done the research, crowdfunded it, and now he's tackling the Pacific garbage patch.
Wow. Big up yourself.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name, and I'm sorry.
But there's been loads of those. There's been like, for example, they had the clean up challenge and stuff like that on social media.
Yeah.
I thought that was incredible. You know, just go into your local area, and that's. So last podcast again, we was talking about the effects of social media and how negative it can be, towards people's mental health. But it also can be such like a
benefit.
A beauty, because you've got these people around the world that can see this challenge going on, so then they just work on their area. I mean, if you look in a third world country, look how much rubbish and things like that and the dumps. It's crazy. Kids are out picking stuff up, like picking shit up to go and make money from. Like
one thing I think it's overshadowed so much in the like the public eye, and it's because he's an odd character and he's the son of a completely famous guy, Jaden Smith.
Yeah. Oh, what a guy!
The amount of stuff he's done already at such a young age is amazing.
Yeah.
He's Just Water.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a completely 100% recyclable bottle of water. Okay. So it's I'd say it's not a cardboard, but it's a paper bottle, and then a disposable plastic cap. And he's providing clean water in these water pods to poorer countries, so LADCs, where they can't get clean water.
It is crazy though, like that you think we know what we're doing to the world. Like everybody knows what's happening, but it's just that source of money, and that's where we were saying again that the money is the root of all evil, man. Like there was a guy in Brazil, I think it is. I don't want to speak out of term if I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure I saw something on a guy in Brazil where he wanted to become mayor, and because it would bring or president or whatever it was, but because it would bring so much money into the country, he was gonna prepare to just devastate half of the rainforest and build
just for a bit
just for money benefits
that we've made up
to improve their economy. But it's like,
that's why
you can't do that.
Yeah, that's why I believe design can change the world. I really do, because people buy, like, everything around you's been designed and thought of in some sense, and then with people, I'm doing it now at work, but you have to design with the intent for how it's going to be knocked down in
environmental
the future.
change, things
all
like
the
that.
environmental aspects
Yeah.
of it. You don't just put something there because it works. You have to think about it,
Yeah.
because it might not work in 10 years and might not work in the right way, and there might be a better solution.
Mm.
It's like we had to order. Oh no, I can't talk about anything like that. But with stuff like the design aspect of it, with what Jaden Smith has done, is amazing.
Mm.
He's,
How old is he again?
I think he's 20.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, and then he's seen the problem, like what you say in Brazil, where it's all of these different plastic bottles and containers over there, and he's actually seeing that problem, going to the source of it. It's not how can I get up that clean bottle? No, how can I stop the bottle from getting there?
Mm.
He's making a disposable container. And it's people like that, and people like Acon as well, who's provided electricity and lighting. And Mark, he gets a lot of slack for it, and there's a lot of people kind of being judgmental about the whole free internet and free Wi-Fi thing, which Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg have been leading. But connecting the people is going to let them be influenced by the influencers.
Do you not think that Akon thing's bare weird, by the way, guys?
What's
What do you
weird of
mean?
it?
Well, like, he single-handedly did all that for...
I think it's
that.
amazing.
Yeah. But then
Oh yeah,
does
but
it
how
not
can
make you
one
think...
person do that?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
how the fuck
all these
these
charities
massive
and that.
charities, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
why.
want to speak out of turn, but...
That's why with what I want to do, I don't want to give the charity. I don't want the tax break to be giving to charity. I want my tax break to be let me progress and do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because with the design agency that I will create one day, I want the projects around that. If I can just make one, and maybe it's I don't know if I can bottle cap that can disintegrate within 5 minutes of you doing it, which isn't that. But if I can do something like that, then that's amazing, because the charities, like you say, they're so corrupt. I've worked for charities before,
Okay.
which were named nameless. But the way they treat their staff's disgusting.
Yeah.
They're volunteers. They go out and help.
Okay.
But where that money comes from, there is a hierarchy, and you don't see everything.
No.
A lot
I
of
can
stuff's kept
imagine.
behind closed doors, behind corporate doors, and people disguise it in NDAs and whatnot, and you don't necessarily see that effect from what you're donating. That's why I think with what Jaden Smith's done, what Akon's done, and there's so many countless other people. The guy doing the stuff with the Pygmies, Justin Wren, and that Fight for the Forgotten campaign, which we've heard about on like Rogan and TFK. TFATK, sorry, where they're building wells for the Pygmies, giving them clean water. Like, there's so many things that are going on, and they're just not highlighted because it's not creating profit for the big cats.
Yeah.
And I think we're starting a trend now. The benefit of the kind of justice warriors is that people are much more aware. I don't agree with a lot of what they say, but I'm a lot more aware. Same with like Trump and now Boris Johnson in office. We've
Dumb and Dumber.
yeah.
In a nutshell.
I feel like so many people are getting involved and being a lot more conscious with it. I know I am. I don't know if it's just because of the age I'm coming into, and I'm starting to be more aware of it.
I feel like that's quite similar with all of the millennials and the noughties kids.
They're coming to age.
Yeah.
They're starting to take action.
Yeah, I think we're just becoming a lot more aware. Like I said, it goes back to that the clean-up challenge, things like that. Like the youth are now promoting it a lot more because it's going through things like social media, and that's how influential it can be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is with the taking action part of it, a lot of people, it's going through social media and there's a lot of influence with it, but a lot of people are going to be attaching themselves to it. Like a couple of years back, there was the ice bucket challenge.
Yeah.
So many people spreading awareness of it. That's really good.
Yeah.
But the whole point of the challenge was you'd throw a bucket of ice water over your head and then you'd donate, I think, £2.
Yeah.
And so many people didn't donate.
Yeah.
But there's the good and the bad. It's good that the motor neuron disease was
made aware.
But then the benefit or the negative of it is people just done it for the clout.
But then
and they didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree to that, but then you got to think like, so if they've hashtagged that on Instagram, something like that, people will see that challenge.
Made aware of it.
Yeah, but it will get spread round like. You have
Yeah,
no
no doubt
idea.
they
Imagine
made
they.
a lot more money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
that it was.
But it will get. Do you know what I mean? It will get promoted through a person who's
Yeah.
then gonna vote another 3 people. Who's then gonna. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's the benefit of it.
that is the benefit of it. And don't get me wrong. Yeah, not. But then again, not all people can afford to pay for these things. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
of course.
a lot of us were young at that time as well. What 16 when that thing come out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a few
we
years ago.
couldn't exactly do it, could we?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that it's. I'm not taking away from it at all. Like, it's an amazing thing what social media can do, and I really do believe that as we progress and as we become, and I think we're starting to do it a lot younger and being a lot more proactive about it, because the whole crowdfunding thing and getting the finances to produce a lot of these things is becoming so much more well known how to navigate that. I believe the ideas that people have, because everybody's a designer, if you know it or not.
Yeah.
Your problem solving ability with your MMA, you with your knowledge of the gym, your problem solving on how to maintain that healthy lifestyle and get out of those sticky situations. That problem solving can be applied to anything. What I think the problem that a lot of people have is identifying the problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, I said problem so much there. But identifying that problem and then the process on getting the calls and then the solution from that is that's the design process in my eyes. And that's why I have that passion and that fire in my belly, which I feel a lot of the people in the corporate industry, which I'm a part of at the moment, they lack that fire.
Yeah, so I was going to mention it a minute ago when you said that you will. You said you will.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was you said, but you said you will do it.
Oh, with
Create his own
design agency.
Yeah.
And
I was thinking,
benefit.
fucking right, man. Fair.
Yeah.
No, I think everybody has to have that mindset. It's like you will go into competitive
100%.
MMA.
And I say that all the time.
And you have to have that mindset because the doubt creeps in all the time.
Oh yeah.
The doubt
sure.
I had to
100%.
start that first podcast, I was like, no one's gonna fucking listen to this. I hate the way I sound, and everybody does, and that's why I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. Because in 5 years' time, if I take away from a conversation something that I can apply and then help people, that's it for me. That's perfect.
That's a great perspective.
But if I can help somebody listening to this, and because I know I've listened to Joe Rogan talk to all of these philosophers and idea makers, and that 30 seconds of it I've used in my dissertation and cited the guy, I cited the professor, and then it's made my thinking and my research all come together in a certain aspect of it. So if I can help somebody with anything that we've spoken about,
for sure.
and then they can use that inspiration and use it in a positive light on the world, then that's perfect for me. That's it made. But I do see it going a lot bigger than that.
These are the type of people that you want to be hanging around with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
For sure. Like just bare motivated people. Just people wanting to get off their arse and actually go and do something. Again, it all relates back to that first podcast that we did where we were talking about it. Just people get off your arse, and if you want something, you just go get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
21's a weird age as well, isn't it? You're the
It
same
is.
age as us, aren't
Yeah.
you? Yeah. 21's a weird age, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because everyone's at such different stages of their life.
Oh, they are, man. Some people have kids, some people have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like I know people that I went to
Married.
school with that are holding down. Like some of them are self-employed. I know people that are living in houses with boyfriends, future husbands, fucking having kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I know people like me. I'm still living at home.
Yeah.
It's a weird one, man. It is weird. 21's a weird age, but
Yeah, it's that transition. It really is, because there's a lot of people who I won't ever, like in quotation, grow up. I believe you have to kind of go at life with that kind of youthful want and urge to learn.
Yeah.
I think if you get older, you kind of get mundane, and that, in a sense, is linked to what you want to do with life. Because we said it last time as well. If you want to do a 9 to 5, then that's fine.
Great.
Like,
Yeah.
as long as you're happy,
yeah.
then that's
If you're happy,
perfect.
yeah.
But for me, that's not it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly
My
it.
life experience so far has been tenfold to what a lot of people ever experience, and I hope they never experience what I've gone through.
Yeah.
And that's not me just being petty. That's life. and I've learned from it. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
man.
move
Big
on.
up yourself.
No,
Come through a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
A lot of shit.
but with that, there's two things you can do. You can sit down and give up and
Yeah.
get what life takes you. You can go and chase it.
Yeah.
And the one thing for me is I'm always gonna put other people ahead of me.
But yeah, but do you know what? Like, I'd probably say I've noticed this. Like, obviously, since you ran the marathon, man.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, as soon as that situation happened, you went off the radar a bit for probably about 2 weeks, and then
Oh, afterward.
yeah. But you had to take time to like self-reflect and obviously more and whatever.
Mm.
But after that, yeah, it was an immediate. All right, shit, this has happened. Okay, whatever, get on with it.
Yeah.
And every time we spoke after that, you're not fussed by it.
Yeah.
You've come to terms with it, and now you are moving forward to a direction that
Yeah.
you want to go. Do you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
not letting anything hold you down,
Exactly.
and that's the thing. You can't let anyone hold you down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand it completely, and we won't go into it. But what I had to do and understood it was
Yeah,
I had to
that
become
was-
that role
Yeah, crazy.
within the dynamic. But I feel with anything that happens in life, if anything knocks you down, you've got to see it as not disheartened, but like, how can I improve from this?
Yeah, especially when you're chasing something as
Yeah.
well. Especially when you're chasing something.
It's exactly what you were saying, Ethan, earlier. With the injuries that you've entailed, you're like, right, how can I recover from this and get back as soon as possible?
Yeah.
And you're still being proactive. You're not just sitting on your ass. And that's what a lot of people do. Whenever they get disheartened or knocked back, I feel, especially with the generation that's just gone, I feel like a lot of people that I know, and it's not speaking for everybody because everybody's different, but a majority of people that I know have just kind of taken what they were given.
Yeah, settled.
Yeah.
People get comfy and settled, I think. I really do.
That was.
Like
Go on,
it'd
sorry.
be
Go on.
so easy for one of us to get a regular 9-to-5 job, join the 9-to-5 rat race.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Live an average life.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be very easy to do it, but you just got to
When we were
suck it
on,
and see.
when we went to Spain a couple of weeks ago, and we went to the harbour of Barcelona, and we was walking down it, and we was looking at all these yachts, right? And the yachts were getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I was stood there, and we all was like, do you know what? Yeah, I wouldn't even give a shit. I'd without a doubt, 100%, even if I was bare rich, I would be completely happy with one of them small yachts, yeah. And then we went round the corner, innit?
Yeah.
And we saw, who was it?
The ex-UFC president, Lorenzo Fertitta, one of them, half of the Fertitta brothers.
You actually
Had-
saw him, or
No,
we
his
saw
yacht.
his 2 yachts.
I've seen his yacht. It's beautiful.
Well, he's got
Gorgeous.
a yacht, and he's got a support yacht for the yacht that has all his little gadgets in, which, by the way, yeah, is insane. Like, the guy,
Support, wait, no,
Yeah.
just
so
the word support. Yeah.
it's basically the party boat, effectively, I'm guessing. Like, the guy
one
must
was-
get... Go on.
The
go on.
one was 160 million or something like that, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, and his support boat was
I
like
hope I haven't
100.
exaggerated
Oh,
that
nah,
to
his
myself,
support boat was like 70 or 80
Yeah,
million,
it was
wasn't it?
still ridiculous.
And then he's got a helicopter on top of the main one.
Yeah, the helipad.
Yeah. It's just...
Yeah, and the thing
It's
is,
insane.
people, Lorenzo, I can't pronounce the second name. What is it?
Fertitta.
Fertitta.
Well, Fertitta.
Fertitta.
But-
He's a person.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Exactly.
a person. He may have
Yeah.
had a rich father.
Yeah.
Because I understand the history very slightly. He had a rich father, but he's a person.
Yeah.
Like, that's obtainable, guys. It's,
Yeah.
It's not out of this world. People have done it. Everything you do, don't be disheartened if people have done it before.
Yeah.
Put your own take on it.
And a lot more people would probably tell you can't do it than
Then you
will
can.
will
Then you
tell
can,
you that
yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
Because they don't. Like, I think subconsciously a lot of people, and I'm glad that I've never done this, but I'll never dishearten you because I'm jealous.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I get jealous. I'm human, but
Yeah.
we were speaking about this last time.
Yeah, man, literally.
Jealousy is, for me, a motivator.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you've got
Yeah.
that. Oh, like you guys are in good shape.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I want to be in good
I said
shape.
this about both groups, yeah, like last week. And I said that obviously, literally, all of our, like my 2 groups, obviously, I've got my uni friends and I've got my home friends, and now both of them have kind of mixed, which
Yeah.
for me is an absolute blessing. Like, it's exactly the type of people I want to have in my life, because everyone's just motivated.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
To do shit.
And that's what we were saying last week, man. Like, every single person in this group is competitive against each other, but in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like I was
we all
saying,
bring each other up as well.
exactly. Yeah, and I've spoken about like, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It's good to have people like that
Crazy.
around you. And
Yeah.
if you're in
Blessed.
a situation at the moment where there isn't a support group around you, be it friends, be it family, like, sort it out. Take yourself out of the situation. It'll be
And if
possibly the
not-
hardest thing you do.
And if not, look at yourself and think like, what can I do to achieve me and love me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's what it is, man. We learnt a few lessons through uni and things like that, like mad lessons, isn't it?
Uni was an experience. Man.
Crazy experience.
Yeah. It's a good time to learn about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick up vital skills as well.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
you chucked into a flat. I knew one person in the flat already, which helped massively. But obviously, you went first year, didn't know fucking.
Yeah,
anybody.
I was. So basically, we had a ground floor which was all boys. So it was like everyone had to kind of. Well, if you don't know anyone there, two of the boys knew each other. I think before maybe. Was it?
Was that at uni?
Yeah. Don't.
Well, me
maybe
and
they
Jo-
did. Maybe no.
me and
Yeah, no.
Josh-
You and Josh did. Anyway, that's not the point. You are chucked in to like this small flat underneath like another gigantic building,
the block of
basically.
flats.
Yeah, basically you're in a prison cell, and and you're just made to fend for yourself. Really, do all your washing, do all your cleaning, your cooking, everything like that. And that was like, it was such a blessing. Like, on the first day I saw Ethan, yeah, it sounds proper corny and shit. I saw him and I was like, fuck, man. Gonna be pals, do you know what I mean? Like, in my head, I was like, this guy's gonna be my pal, because we had spoken a tiny bit, and I was like, oh, what you studying? And he was like, oh, I'm doing football studies.
Same thing.
I was like, oh, damn, okay. And nobody else in the flat was doing it apart from me and Josh, really. And so that was the blessing. We kind of stuck together, went to the lectures together, obviously, everything like that, and that's how we met. And
Our flatmate in second year did football studies as well. He was a joy to be around.
Yeah, man. He was like,
He pissed him
came out his cave once every like 2 weeks.
Do you
Anyway,
remember that, like, the flat next door were fucking had the music on, yeah, and it was people were going out drinking. Was it during freshers? Might have been
think so.
during freshers. And this grumpy motherfucker, man, just come out of the door, banging on the fucking flat next door, fucking turn it down. Killed me. And Josh would have his TV on. Like,
Bare loud.
playing
Bare
FIFA just to piss him off, man. Or he used to bang on the fucking.
we had some mad stories from uni though, man.
Yeah, we really do. But I tell people about that time you almost chiseled off your fucking eyebrows.
Wait, what?
Oh, nah. I can't say that, man. Surely I can't say what I was doing.
Why?
Is it that bad? Is it?
Nah.
Nah,
it's not that bad.
it's not bad at all. So basically,
Just
we was in a communal flat. So obviously we had communal like showers
Yeah,
and,
this
and
was
shit
first
like this.
year.
Yeah,
This was
first
first
year.
year.
Strugs. It's literally a prison cell. And
Single bed as well.
yeah, single bed, everything like that. Yeah, it was a struggle. Anyway, so basically our friend Josh, no offense, little J, love you a bit, but he sort of become non-existent the first year. Do you know what I mean? Like, we didn't really see that much of him, and we literally did everything, like every fucking day together, pretty much, innit?
Yeah.
Whether it was watching a Netflix documentary or fucking going on a night out or doing whatever, yeah, watching the football.
Fucking
Every fucking day spent first year
your
with
eyebrows off your face.
yeah. So basically, anyway, so me and Ethan one day was like, all right, we've watched this, we've watched that. What
We
can
were
we
so
do?
bored, weren't we, man?
We
We literally
literally-
had nothing better to do.
Literally tearing our eyebrows out, literally, and we go into the bathroom, innit? Like, sounds a bit weird, sounds a bit gay, but we go into the bathroom and we was like, oh fucking hell! So we got out a deodorant can and a lighter, and I was like, because obviously it was tiles, it wasn't going to be affected by like flames or anything. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I don't know if that's correct or not, but fuck it, it happened anyway. But I was doing I was putting the deodorant on like the floor and stuff of the shower and the
And
walls.
outside of the door, man, we were just that bored. We were just doing nothing.
Yeah, and just like flaming it, and
like,
obviously
we
it goes within seconds, innit? Because it's and like
And it's like the fucking 12-year-old fucking retards that we were drawing dicks on the wall and thinking it was
Oh,
hilarious.
wow.
yeah.
Put it
Wow.
alive.
Just because we were that bored, man. There's nothing better to do. But
Anyway,
at the time.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, fuck it, man. What do you reckon happened? Like, if I fill the cap up
Did you put it on
and
yourself?
and light it? Nah, I'm not, well,
That was the
I say I'm not
sink.
that much of an idiot, yeah,
It was
but
the sink.
yeah, what did I say?
You said the cap.
Nah, the cap of the deodorant can.
No, I thought it was the sink.
Nah, yeah, but I put it in the deodorant
Oh,
can.
did you?
Yeah, you big doofus, do you know what I mean?
Dickhead.
I put it in the cap of the deodorant can, yeah, and put it in the sink. And I'd sprayed loads of deodorant into this thing, and I was like, oh, I wonder if this will go up in flames or what, yeah. Like a fucking idiot.
No,
yeah.
it'd be fun, man.
I was like, no, but it'll be cool, yeah, it'll be cool. Lit it. I swear to God, yeah, the entire, like, it flamed up and almost, well, it took off my eyelashes
Just
pretty
pulled
much.
your eyelash.
My eyebrows were pretty much gone, and some of the hair at the front was all gone. And it was
One way
like,
to
when you
see
burn
that as
hair,
well.
yeah, it stinks. Like, it proper stinks. And it was all like, it was all melted at the ends of the tips and stuff like that. And I was like, right, that's it. I'm never touching fire again. I should have learned from a young age, really. I did some stupid shit when I was younger as well.
Yeah, he loves the flame.
Yeah, nah. I sound like a little arsonist, man. Nah.
Absolute pikey.
You got,
Did you get your,
you've got to live and you've got to learn, do you know what I mean?
Did you actually get your deposit back?
Yeah.
we
No,
did.
that was only in first year. So
Surprising.
it's... Nah, because it just goes away. Do you know what I mean? It was literally a flame for a second, and
Yeah.
that's it done. Yeah,
But did it not?
yeah, but we got fire extinguishers. We're not fucking
No, no,
idiots.
no.
Well, I say that again,
Well,
but we
You're
were still
trying
doing
to
it. Nah, yeah, we had some crazy memories, man. Trying to think what else really like.
Oh no, tell the bin story.
Nah, I can't tell that, man. I sound like a fucking arsonist. Do you know what I mean?
The bit, what, more fire?
Yeah.
Come
What's
on.
that?
Was it more fire?
Yeah. No, I can't go through that, man. I actually can't
Devil
tell
child.
the story. I can't tell the story, man.
Yeah, as long as it's not going to incriminate you, that's fine.
Well,
You're
yeah.
like 10, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know I was
bad.
bare young, but it still
Nobody's
doesn't
gonna
excuse
give
it.
a
do you know what I
shit.
mean? Alright, so basically when I was younger, yeah, and I was growing up in the... I'm not going to say where. It was in...
I've definitely already said it.
Oh, gutted. Sunderland.
Yeah, you said it. Last
Gutted.
podcast.
Alright, anyway. Grew up and we only had back lanes in it. We didn't have gardens, didn't have anything
Street
like this.
breaker.
Yeah, pretty much. So we literally... Me and my brothers and that would go out and play football in the backyard, back lane. And they used to have dustbins and that out the back, innit? And like literally being a little kid, you wanted to explore, you wanted to do stupid stuff, you wanted to do this and that. Like, I'm not making any excuses for it, but yeah, one day I just stupidly fucking thought it'd be a good idea, yeah. So at first it would be little things, yeah. It'd be like experimenting with magnifying glasses on paper.
That's how they
With
all
the sun?
start.
Yeah, fuck off, man. Do you know what I mean? I sound like some like little psycho. Nah, I'm really not. Yeah, as you, obviously you both know, but again, you have to live and you have to learn. So yeah, I was a little shit, and I just set this bin on fire, man. I don't know if it fully went up. But I don't know, man.
Jetted off before it could.
But I was like 10. I don't know what I was thinking. I hope that doesn't incriminate me, because
No, you were 10. Yeah,
10,
anything you were doing like
not
post
even
12,
that
unless
deep.
you haven't like.
I was. Do you know what? I
Completely
probably
hard.
wasn't even 10. I was younger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had my 11th birthday in London.
That's a
Did you
joke.
get a
'Cause my
bin?
little nephew's like around that age, and I could not imagine him doing something like that.
Oh yeah.
Cheersy, do you
looking back-
know what I
No,
mean?
he just seems
Incriminating
too,
me.
just seems too small, man.
No, but looking back at people that are like 10, 11 now, looking back at what you've gone through and like, nah, they can't be doing that
yeah,
stuff
no,
now.
I know.
It's crazy. I feel so old when I look at the younger people now.
Yeah, and especially have you been on a night out recently?
Oh yeah, everyone's
Uh-huh.
16.
It's
Well, number
Dirt.
one, yeah, I feel, yeah, there are bare people that are young, but I feel for us, that, like, and obviously you went to uni, but you didn't live away from home, so it's kind of like we went on nights out to kind of socialise and obviously, like,
Get to know.
yeah, exactly, and it's almost kind of not killed it. I say that I don't mean to sound like some fucking 40-year-old guy who's just, do you know what I mean, having a midlife crisis, but it's almost got to that point where unless you're with the best group of people possible, what's the point in a night out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really, and even then, like, you know what it's like. Like, we go to the pub pretty much every weekend.
It's pretty normal, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, but is it?
Yeah,
like,
maybe
do
back
people
in the,
get?
but maybe. Do you know what I mean? When we're younger, you just fucking any excuse to go out, innit?
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, and get away from the house,
Right.
things like that. Don't get me wrong. I completely agree. But at the same point, do you not think? Because other people that didn't go uni, yeah. Like I know a lot of people.
I say that actually. I went out the other week for someone at my work was leaving, and I'd smoked before I went, because I didn't want to drink.
Yeah.
And when I was there, I was just seeing just like middle people that were like
Yeah.
middle. This was a weekend as
Yeah.
well. I think it was a bank holiday actually
Where was it?
in Gloucester.
Oh,
In
Gloucester.
the Shire. In the Shire.
Las Vegas. You know what I mean?
And I just couldn't believe it, man. Like there are people that blatantly do this every single weekend.
Yeah.
And that's not to
Well,
say
it's
like
like-
I'm looking down on people, but I don't understand how people are happy doing that every
Oh yeah, you
weekend.
see the regulars.
Yeah.
That's like
I don't get it.
In venue New Cross, Venoir. In
Venoir.
Venoir, they've got Mr. Venue, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
literally is just some old geezer who just walks around every single week in a Burberry shirt, man.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, that guy out there. You are fair play. You're a trooper, mate. You're a trooper.
Lo and behold, it'll probably be like a shareholder in venue. He's like, going
Yeah.
around
Yeah,
to make
probably,
sure-
man. Do you know what I mean? Testing out his own club.
But yeah, no, I feel with the whole uni thing, it's never going to live up to what
Yeah.
you got
No.
from going out. Well,
Yeah,
I didn't
especially
go
not
out
when
much.
you live in Gloucester.
Yeah, I didn't go out much in
Yeah,
like,
fair.
uni time. Yeah, and I
Boring.
feel as well being outside of London. I go south sometimes, but it's a different world.
Whereabouts do you go to uni?
So I went to uni. It was London University.
Oh, it was.
So
Okay.
it was
Did you
right
live
in
at
the
home?
centre. Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Okay. Do
Yeah,
you wish you'd got out?
At times, I wish I'd done it for the first and second year, but at times I don't as well
Okay.
because I wouldn't have like achieved what I did or met the people that I did. Because a lot of the guys that I went to uni with, to be honest, my university wasn't a big guy in that thing because there wasn't really halls.
Okay.
To be fair, it was a very small uni, but I feel the like, actual teaching that or not teaching, but the projects that I've done, and we have made a small impact.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have got done, but at the same time, I wish I went like away, because I almost went to Bournemouth.
Yeah,
and done
this is-
everything you guys done.
Okay.
This is
yeah.
the thing, yeah, that I was saying the other day. Like, I don't even know where I was going to go with that.
Short-term memory.
Legit, man. Shouldn't have smoked that joint. Do you know what I mean? What was it?
Don't do drugs.
Happens to the best of us, man.
Yeah, especially when you're this chilled out.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel going on from the aspect of uni, for you guys it was much more, you guys worked fucking hard as well, but it was much more of a social thing because you're away from home.
Yeah, it really was.
That's what I was going to go on to. Sorry, is literally as
The light bulb came on in his head.
legit. But it was like the other day on the podcast we were talking about how it's difficult for people that are in smaller areas to get out of those areas.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
were what
I
you
think that
and
was
you
Gloucester, man.
exactly. That's
I
what I
think
was
that was
exactly
Gloucester
about to
big
say. And I was saying like places like Sunderland, Newcastle's quite big. Like there's a bit of beef between obviously the two, but Newcastle's a bit better. Like in terms of the size of the city for one, and the things that are in the city.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you go to somewhere like Gloucester, there's nothing really there. Do you know what I mean?
Nothing going
Or
on. Like especially with what I wanted to do, so I had a
everyone's
plan.
demotivated as well there.
Yeah,
do you know
man, 'cause
what I
there's
mean?
no
Like-
opportunity, man. Like
Yeah.
it is
But that's what it's like in Sunderland, man. But then if you go Cheltenham,
Cheltenham's
Cheltenham's
a really nice
like
place,
like booming.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Nice place.
So it is. You've got the two sides to every city really. But
I feel like it's where you're at in life as well, because
Yeah.
when you do go to those places, a lot of old people. There are some people that are kind of like what we said last time. They get stuck in that rut and they stay there. They do that rat race, that
Yeah.
9 to
Mm.
5. But then I feel at this stage in our lives, we're chasing something, and I
Yeah.
hope I never change.
yeah,
with
for
that.
sure.
I hope
I
I'm
think
always
that a
doing
lot now, man.
But no, do you not? I do.
I think
I
it a
do.
lot.
Not anytime soon, but I'd like to think once I felt like I want to feel like what it feels like to be successful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'd like,
but I guess when you've got this.
like at some point you want to start.
Yeah, but then
You
when
don't-
do you
don't
stop?
have that mindset your whole life? I don't think.
Because the thing for me, when are you gonna stop?
Yeah.
If you're this motivated your entire life, is there gonna be a point where you're gonna be like, oh, do you know what? I'm actually gonna slow down now. Do you know what I mean? Like eventually
hope
there
so.
will have to be,
I
of
hope
course.
Because I hope I'll be happy with what I've done.
Yeah, of course. But then will you be ever truly happy eventually because you're so motivated to just want to push and do more and excel more and be the best and better and better and better? Do you see what I'm saying by that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. No.
I think it depends what you want to do, really.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
But no, but I'm just saying, like, because at the moment you're one of these people that just.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, but will that ever stop? That's what I'm asking. Do you reckon it will
I
ever
hope
stop?
so. No, I couldn't tell you. But I'd hope so.
Yeah.
'Cause
So,
I
yeah,
think that's the whole point of it.
You want to
Yeah.
you want to make sure that this grind stage in your life actually has the end and next success.
Oh,
that
yeah,
you're,
for sure,
you're
for
striving
sure.
Yeah,
towards.
an
Yeah.
end result.
But I'm asking whether you will acknowledge when you will be able to be
Yeah, I
successful.
don't know, man. Fuck knows. I hope so. Like, I do hope so.
Mm.
I'm not, but like, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like, I hope I'll be able to stop.
yeah, fair.
So-
Like the
so I'm saying
stages
as
where-
well.
Especially with what you're wanting to go into, being a competitive fighter. I feel in your aspect, yeah, you need to understand when to stop, because if you have that fire in your belly, it's like sadly the guy passed away
Yeah.
over the weekend
Yeah.
in the boxing match. But if you don't know when to stop and know when, yeah, I need to look after my health and I've got enough around me where I can live a good and healthy
Yeah.
life and support the people around me, then that's perfect, and you can make your difference that way.
As well, obviously, the box is a lot different.
Yeah.
Because it was mid-fight.
Yeah.
He probably really, you know what, I'm not even gonna. He probably really did want to stop, but he's a fighter, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and although his corner was begging him to stop, like it's a bit of an outlier. What I'm trying to say is, as long as you've got good people around you,
Yeah.
like we were saying earlier, if you've got a good support system around you, then I think you'll know when to stop. You see, like people like Michael Bisping and Rashad Evans, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They could have gone on
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Bellator, had, do you know what I mean, been stars over there, but instead they've called it quits and said, you know what,
Yeah.
actually I've done my bit,
Yeah.
and they seem content with it as well.
Exactly. Yeah. That
But
fighter.
on the flip side, people do have, do you know what I mean, if you haven't got that support system around you, it probably could be quite hard.
Especially that fighter instinct, because you just want to keep going.
Yeah.
You have that, and I think honestly, from what I've seen of fighters, it can go both ways. Like they lose that fire, and then some of them have it, and they'll have it till the day they die. But they have that understanding of I need to
Yeah.
step back now.
Yeah.
But then with what I'm doing, I've been around people that are 70 and they're
Okay.
still going.
Really? Do you
But-
think it'd be like that then?
I hope I am.
Do you?
For me, because with my vision of what I want to do and what I want to achieve, I hope I can always do it. Like,
Okay.
I'm not comparing myself at all,
Yeah.
but I want to be like Elon Musk.
Okay.
With the thing
You will
where
be
he's-
like Elon Musk. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean? You
no.
will be.
I'm not a genius like that, but the way that he's constantly trying to solve the problems that are put in front of him,
Okay.
I just find that's my passion.
Yeah.
Your passion's fighting, and your passion's managing football.
Mm.
That's
Coaching.
Yeah.
All of that.
but it's different for every single person, and I'm glad that we've kind of found what it is for
Yeah.
us,
Yeah, I think about that a lot
and
as
I
well.
feel we're lucky.
I think that's exactly what I was about
Yeah.
to say. I think we're real lucky for the opportunities that all of us have had. Do you know what I mean? Like you've got big plans on the way for the end of this year.
100%.
100%. So do you want to talk about it, or are you gonna
Yeah, man,
keep
can
it on
do.
the low?
Well,
Or?
it's one of them, innit, man. I don't want to jinx nothing.
Nah, of course
You know
not.
what I'm
But yeah, all right. We can-
I've been planning to fight this year, and I will be fighting. Like whether it be this year or next year, whenever I'm healed up, I've sprained my ankle about 3 times this year. It's killing me. It's doing my head in. But as soon as I'm fit and I'm healthy, I've spoken to my coach. He'll be chucking me in, and we'll be going from there, man. It'll be the beginning.
Do you know what? Yeah. We was talking the other day with one of our other friends. Oh, you know him, Ryan Moss.
Yeah.
We were speaking about him the other day on that podcast. Yeah, we speak about him a lot. We need to get him on. Do a podcast with
Needs
all
to
3
leave
of
his
us.
yard.
Well, all 4 of us. What's
I
that?
said he needs to leave his yard.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Oh, what was it? Oh, do
I'm
you know
so
what I mean?
sorry, man. I've interrupted you fully. I'm
Guilty
so
of that.
sorry. Maybe you need another spliffy for inspiration then.
Yeah, maybe. I need it to come back to me.
But with what you're doing, Ethan, let me know when everything is going, because if
Yeah,
anybody
100%.
is going to be listening to this at any point, I'll make sure people are aware of it, and I'd love to actually actually come to the debut.
Yeah, man, 100%.
As well.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
Make sure.
Devastated. I still can't remember what I was going to say.
Fuck's
Dude,
sake,
man,
man.
nothing.
But it's amazing that you've got yourself into such a good shape, and your coach is seeing that as well.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
just quickly.
go on.
Oh,
Sorry,
it's fine,
I
it's fine.
remembered
In
it.
fact, the light bulbs come back.
Yeah. Goes on and off on the regular for me. It was about the message that you got received. Do you remember from that girl? So yeah, of course you do, man. So basically, yeah, we was on it was on Xbox or something like that, and we was all just chilling and talking, and he put up a video of one of his heavy bags like sessions, and
Someone's telling me that I couldn't punch or something.
yeah. So obviously this guy's trained for fucking years and years and years. Yeah, since you were 12, something like that, right? And this girl pops up to him after he put up a little like a video of him showing off like his fucking skills, because I'm telling you, he's like a fucking ninja. And he battered this bag, yeah, well hard twice, yeah, with 2 hooks, like one followed by the other, obviously. And he stepped out and swing round, and I swear to God that the bag almost like encaved in itself. It was fucking well strong, yeah. And he gets his like honestly, I can't
He's got
explain the
superpowers.
video. Whatever I say will not do it justice. But this,
Yeah, check it out. It's on your Instagram or anything like that.
Yeah, it'd be on my Instagram, man. I'm not gonna show my Instagram.
All right, fair enough.
yeah, fair.
Yeah,
You've been hacked too many times.
Yeah, I actually have as well.
They were crazy times, man. Anyway, and this girl messages him, and she's like, "You throwing it wrong?" or something like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she did, but
And we all just sat there creasing. And what did you say?
I'll take him on the chin then, and then tell me that, or something like that. Man. But
Mate, it was
I'll give the
outrageous.
girl, man, like it was a joke between
Yeah,
us.
no,
It
of
was
course,
funny.
of course.
It was
course.
bantery.
I
I
has
wouldn't
the
actually
girl.
batter a woman, by the way, just throwing it at her.
Yeah, no, we don't
Cover
condone
your
that type of
tracks,
violence.
yeah.
We don't condone violence like that at all. But with that, has she ever had any like comeback experience? Did you know what she was on?
I think she boxed. Actually, I think she did box. To be
Oh,
fair, no, I
okay,
think
so
she did.
maybe she was
But
trying to help.
she, it was.
Could have been critical, man.
Hey.
Could have just been critical, and she wanted to give you a
Yeah,
point out. But at the same
she
point,
was taking the piss, but it was
yeah.
funny as well.
But I mean, you watch.
You're saying that now,
experience,
yeah.
so.
She's gonna be in the corner of your first professional fight, and she's gonna
Yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah, I've already got some stuff for his first pro fight. Well, not for his first. It's when you're in your championship fight, man. I've got a few things, motivational
Thought
things to
about
say to you. Do you know what I mean? I thought
Really?
about it a lot. I said that to him on holiday as well, man. Some things I'll be chucking out from the front row. Yeah, I'll be shouting out about. And I swear to God, yeah, he'll batter this guy the round after. I'm telling you right now. So.
Yeah, I can't wait to fight, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait, but
It's great that like there's passion for it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
yeah, but it's like I said, man, lucky, but it's nice because obviously, like you're saying about Gloucester, it's not a place of much opportunity. It really isn't. And with like, I don't want to seem like I'm, do you know what I mean, looking down or belittling people, but a lot of people do
of
settle.
course.
A lot of people do settle.
That's just not what you want to do.
Yeah, and our little gym, we've had 3 fighters go off and compete in amateur world championships in Dubai. One of our guys has just gone pro recently, signed to Cage Warriors. Christian Duncan, man, I think I mentioned him earlier, but yeah, the guy's a savage, man.
Leon Roberts, man.
Leon Roberts, yeah, he's a UFC ref. He does some coaching roles down there occasionally, man. He's a fucking fountain of knowledge, that guy. But it's mad that these people are in Gloucester, and it's nice seeing it.
Yeah.
Mark Weir as well. I don't know if there's any hardcore MMA fans out there, man, but that guy's competed all over the world, a legit world-class fighter.
Yeah.
He's fought in the UFC
Had
back
the
in
record,
the day.
didn't he?
Yeah, he
For
did
the
hold
fastest
held the
knockout.
record for a long time for the fastest record in UFC history, man. Knocked out a guy in 9 seconds through an axe kick, and then
Outrageous.
it was a straight left or straight right straight after, and ducky this guy, man, killed him. But if you didn't know about it, you wouldn't know these people existed in Gloucester. But it's nice that I'm around it and I'm with it. Do
And do you know what,
there's a path. There's someone to follow.
Yeah.
It's what we were talking about earlier as well, where everyone's kind of like, when you're at that level, it's how you condone yourself. Like, are you humble about it? And I swear to God, like, I've met Mark Weir a few times now, and every time, like, he welcomes you into his gym, like whether he knows you or not, and whether you're there to spar or to train, or whether you're there just to watch,
Yeah.
he'll always like ask how you doing, blah 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 blah, this and that. Have an actual conversation with you, and this guy's like being the best of the best at one point. Do you know what I mean?
It's amazing to have people like that because
Yeah, for sure.
it
Yeah, it's a big
inspires so
thing.
many more people.
It's a big thing. It really is. Even since we've had these people go off and do like the amateur world championships and whatnot, and Christian going pro, like even more people have come to the gym, and they're the recruit program.
Yeah.
That he runs that, and a lot of people sort of try getting on that, and we're very interested in getting on that. So yeah, man, it's good to see. It's good to be around. It's really good to be around, and it's important seeing it. I think more than anything, because it shows there's a pathway. Has anybody seen any of Michael Bisping's book that he's releasing?
I've seen that he's releasing
a
one.
book. I think it's like a biography or an autobiography.
No, I didn't realise. I know he's doing a lot of acting at the moment.
Yeah, no, he's releasing a book, and it just looks really good, man. I just thought I'd throw it out there. It looks sick.
Yeah.
Sounds sick.
But yeah, it's amazing. Like what you said about the whole thing with a lot of places being in Gloucester, and so, or not a lot of places being in Gloucester, but having those 4 fighters there.
Yeah.
Like you said, it gives you that path. It gives you that exit, and I feel the location is becoming less and less important as time goes on. It's about the people that you're trained by and the people you're training with. But what it does do is inspires the people all around, especially up north. So with the guys that come from there, and then with, like we were talking earlier about Dillian White, a Brixton boy. Like so many people have been inspired from that guy around that area. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
How it can have such an effect on people.
Do you know what? Yeah, that's one thing I want to do with my life, and that's probably my ultimate goal. I long to become a Premier League manager or Premier League assistant, or just a coaching member of staff for first team football in the Premier League. Yeah, is to genuinely leave my mark somewhere. Like just know and have people know that I'm a good, like, try to be a good guy, or try to do this, or do you know what I mean? Try to motivate as much as, and that's been my theme throughout for a long time. Yeah, really like my entire dissertation at uni was based on motivational climates. Now obviously that was part of coaching, but then it's like, how do you bring that into your own life, and how do you bring that into your group of friends, and how do you do that to motivate yourself and the people around you? Yeah. Like I learned a lot through it, and that's been my key theme ever since then, is just trying to motivate people. Like whether it's put up a little story on Snapchat, like I started skipping recently, and you know, I'm not amazing, I'm not the best or anything like that, but I put my mind to it, and within 3 days I was learning crossovers, I was learning fast step skipping, things like that, yeah. And I did it for 3 days to a week, and I was sending videos to Ethan, I was sending videos to my friends, and just saying like, look, like what do you think of this, like how can I improve? Everything's a learning process. And I put a few of them up on my story and some on Instagram.
And I think for the people that saying, skipping's easy, do it for 30 seconds.
Oh, mate.
See how long you can last.
Mate. So I when I do it, and especially I do it on Snapchat to send it to you, like, boys, I'll be stopping, but it's almost like hit, which is quite nice, because you're stopping to record the video, and then you're starting again. And then if you mess up, you start again, and the process continues until you get it right and things like that. And literally, it's been such a blessing. But it's being able to get up and do that motivation thing for yourself, to just be the best and want to be the best. Whether
you use it to
anything
people as well, don't you? More than anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing,
man, which is huge.
Yeah, like I tried to put it up on my story, and you know what, I've had, I could probably count quite a few. Over 10 people have messaged me ever since I've put them up. Loads of different people, even people that I went to school with, a few people that I met out in other countries, a few this and that, and they're always like, yo, you're really motivating me to do this, like go to the gym or start skipping again or this and that, and just be active and go out. Like Bill.
Big Bill.
Yeah, Big Billiam.
Guy is 6'8".
Yeah, is he actually? Nah, he's not. He might as well be.
He's taller.
Absolute grasshopper. Cricket. I love him to bits though, but he, I'm Do you know what I mean? I've lost where I've gone.
Oh
The light bulb was
Oh.
It'll come back in a minute, man.
Fuck's
Do you know what I mean? I'm not having a good one today, boys. Oh.
Wow.
Maybe you need another spliff, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
just take time out for a sec. But one thing I want to go back to with
This
what
heat
you're
is
saying.
killing me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
at
have
the moment
It
hit
is
a
like
day for it, by
30,
the way.
35 degrees
Hottest day of the year
at
so
like
far, isn't it? I think.
10:30 at
apparently
night.
it's
What
hottest
is
day on record,
going
which I think is
on?
bullshit.
Yeah, it's got to be bollocks, man.
But yeah, so currently in the UK we're experiencing a heat wave.
And
it's,
storms
yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
tropical.
Fucking
Tropical.
weird.
Anyway, yeah, I remember what I was going to say.
Oh, there
Light
we go.
bulb's
Light
back,
bulb was
Go.
back.
I think.
Oh, no.
Oh no, so Bill's wanting to. By the way, yeah, this guy's an absolute hero. Isn't
Yeah,
he?
he is a
Like,
great human being. He is
I
a
would not
great
be
human.
the person I am again without any of you boys as well, but especially that man there. Like, he is literally a great guy. We met first year, and I actually met him through Ethan because he was in one of his seminars.
We
And
spent enough time with him at uni, man, but during third year we got quite close with him, didn't we?
yeah, and literally we talk a lot now. But in terms of going back to that motivating thing, like he was one of the people that messaged me and was like, yeah, I've just signed up to do, I'm pretty sure it was like, I think it was a 10k or maybe it was a 15k.
Really?
Yeah, he signed up to do one.
Yeah, it's
And he was like, I want to take you out. Like, I want you to take me with you. We go out running together and just motivate me
Yeah.
and push me and keep going. Like, I need someone like you around me. But obviously, where we went to uni in Southampton, and obviously I live in London, Ethan lives in Gloucester, like it.
The Shire.
Yeah, the Shire. We literally we don't get to meet up as much as we'd like to, so obviously these things aren't possible. But again, that's another beauty of social media. I know I slagged it off earlier in the first podcast. I still believe everything. I used to use it to tweet out loads of shit, and I
Only
haven't
positives and
tweeted a
negatives.
thing once, like in the last month, 2 months, because I just don't see the point in it anymore. Anyway. But that's another thing that we can use, obviously, social media to motivate each other. Like I said about the fucking cleanup projects, but with Bill, it was really nice to hear that he was one of the people that was watching my videos. I know he's one of my best pals, but he was still watching them, critiquing them, and saying, like, you are motivating me. You're like, and that to me is more successful than materialism or materialistic things.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be very ego orientated at one point, didn't I?
Yeah.
With certain situations that I spoke about last time, but
Yeah.
I had to humble myself for it.
It's going back to that point I was saying
I'd like to
earlier.
humble
It's
humble myself for it.
Yeah, it's just a thing of carrying that impact.
Definitely still slob.
Yeah.
Joking,
I'm joking.
gutted.
Yeah, having that impact on people. That's the main thing, I think.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, man. I don't think it's just me, and I'd never want it. I wouldn't be doing any of this shit without you lot. Do you know what I mean? And I know obviously I'm not particularly far with what I'm doing, but I'm at that stage where I've made the step to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm still carrying to do it and things like that. But regardless of what me and what I've achieved in myself and with a mental health struggle, things like that, yeah, you boys have had your own shit going on, and you still continue to do the same for me and for yourselves and for other people. Like I was saying with your inspirational videos putting up here, I would put them on my story. I would put his story on my story. Because I was so fucking motivated by him, I went and bought myself a fucking MMA bag and put it up in my back garden and just started carrying on. Because we used to spar together and things like that at uni, and I used to train with Ethan a bit, and I proper miss those times. Like that was the blessing. Another blessing of uni was just having someone to constantly train with. But yeah, he motivated me, so I put up this bag and I'd send him videos, and he'd again critique me every single time. Him and Ryan, because Ryan used to do karate, innit?
Yeah, and he should get back into
Yeah,
something, man.
well, he is for sure. But yeah, man, it's just the people around you and the people you have. Like, I don't claim to be fucking amazing at anything, but football coaching. Do you know what I mean? I'll put my self belief in that, but I don't claim to be this or that. I just want to help people,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You can. That's what it is.
and I feel like people should think about doing that more. Thinking about things for other people, because again, yeah, of course, think about things for yourself. But I guess I kind of did mine in role reverse, innit?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm chatting
Yeah,
shit. I'm
no.
just fucking bare baked. I'm chatting pure shit, man.
It's what it's all about, man. It's what it's all about.
one of these days, man. As you can tell, I've been just chatting shit all day, literally. In comparison to the first podcast, again, like that was probably the better one. But
No, this has been really good, and we're almost at the same.
I mean,
time
in terms
as
of
well.
me chatting pure shit.
We're coming on to 2 hours now
Yeah,
as well.
It's actually flown by.
Yeah.
it does, man.
Yes.
It's crazy.
So
Good fun, though.
What are you
It's well
hoping
good
with the podcast, man? Like, where are you hoping to stay?
Yeah,
Sure. Well, the main reason I've started is just to have the conversation with people and learn.
Yeah.
So if it can go anywhere and I want it to, then that'd be amazing. Because eventually I will have my own studio as a design.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you reckon
the
you'll put
design.
it up in there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'll be in central London somewhere, and I want to continue this whether I'm getting views or not. Just because one, I'm documenting conversations that I'm having
Yeah.
with people, because there's so many times when I've had conversations and not written it down because as a dyslexic I'm shit at it. But having this documented, if I listen back to it, and then that point there, like that's something there I can work with, then that's amazing. But I want to put it out there because, to be honest, podcasts have inspired me, and I hope a podcast could inspire somebody else.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's where I want to see it go. And of course, I want it to be successful and get a reach, and
Yeah,
then
100%.
of course with the stuff I'm trying to do outside of podcasting, so the design stuff with the fashion, the jewelry, the design studio, the architecture. If I can get a reach from this and get a draw, then that's gonna impact everything else, making it holistic.
Also, these things are fun as fuck.
Yeah, they are.
Just coming and sitting and chilling with your pals and just
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
just talking shit to each other like you normally do. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like we always said at university, we should have had a camera in the top corner of the rooms.
Oh, mate, just recording
Be a
everything.
fly on the
Recorded.
wall.
I promise you, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I would have been a fly on the wall for some of
Oh,
these stories that I've heard.
Jesus Christ.
The stories, man, like can't even explain some of them. Like trying to think about it is outrageous.
Third year was the best year, I think.
Outrageous, yeah.
Third year was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't change it, man. Wouldn't change it, apart from our shitty house.
Yeah, the house was
kind of made it.
Oh man.
Our third year house was a disgrace.
It was fucking crack then, mate. That's what pretty
It
much.
was a trap house. It was disgusting.
Jesus Christ. Nah, when we say it was bad, yeah, we're talking one of the boys, yeah. Big up yourself, Chambo.
Chamber.
Big hack, eh? He the guy was sleeping on mold pretty much, man. Like that's
That is
illegal.
not healthy.
Nah, yeah, of course it's
Yeah.
not. It's illegal, man.
Oh, yeah,
But
no,
they
our
didn't
third
give
year
a
house was
shit that.
disgraceful. That's why they gave us all the deposit back. We made the house
Did
better.
you realise
actually.
you could have sued for that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably why they gave us all the deposit back.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because
No.
well, yeah, I'm not gonna go into that.
Well, yeah. Don't go into legal battles on the
Yeah,
podcast.
definitely not.
But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up now. It's been coming up to 2 hours.
I'm
Been
also
good.
sweating my bollocks off, man.
Same, yeah.
It is
Oh yeah. See, this is saved.
stifling hot.
This
Yeah.
water has saved me.
Yeah, good luck to anybody in the UK at the moment. You won't be hearing this for a good couple of more weeks, but good
It's
luck.
been
Stay hydrated.
sweltering.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I genuinely I can't look. I look forward to the next one so
Yeah.
much, man. Hopefully, I
Alright.
won't be as monged out as this. I'm just a bit. It's a combination of baked and just hot. Just
Yeah.
it's humidity.
I feel alright.
Humidity.
But yeah, it's been great to have you on, Ethan, as well.
Yeah,
But-
no, it's been nice meeting you, man. Genuinely, it's been.
Yeah.
It's actually, I've enjoyed myself so much.
Yeah.
I really have.
Big up
And then
yourselves, boys.
we'll let people know what promotion you're going to be on, when you're going to be
Yeah,
fighting.
When I know, man.
We'll
you'll
share
know.
it around anyway.
Yeah, of
man,
course,
like-
just to support it. That'd be amazing. And if I could do anything with the design of your
Yeah.
your trunks and anything like that, I'd be more than happy to.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Big plans.
Last little thing. For your birthday last year, man, I never got round to actually doing it, and I was thinking about doing it again at some point. But I said this to Ryan, I think it was to Ryan anyway, or Jake, and I was saying, man, like where I was doing the design company. It was earlier this year, I think, and I was actually might have been before. I don't know. Anyway, I'm chatting shit. When I created the design company, man, like I was creating you a logo.
I swear.
I was creating your logo to put on your own training sparring gloves.
Oh shit, that'd be.
For your
That's
birthday or
sick.
something, man, which I thought was a sick idea, and I don't know whether now I've just ruined the surprise, but
Nah, man, save it for later when I've got a name and we can make.
well,
our
that
own.
was the thing, man.
So sorry about that. Just the audio cut out. But I'm still learning all of this. Still getting that better quality. So
It's a process. It's a process.
yeah, exactly. It's the process. As long as the
Can only go up. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, as the episodes go on, you'll see like an improvement, of course. And I'm hoping to get a lot more guests on as well, not just like pals, but talking to other people in the industry, in design and outside of it as well, getting an
different
understanding of
professions.
everything. Yeah.
Are you like YouTube? How are you getting out there?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to be doing it on the podcast app, Google Podcasts, YouTube. I will be recording video as well at some point. Yeah. I just don't have the facility.
What's the podcast on Apple?
What's it going to be called?
Just Apple Podcasts, is it?
Yeah, so that normal podcast that you have on the iOS apps.
You can put it on Spotify and things now, can you?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I'll put it on Spotify.
Not fair.
100%. But it depends. If I can get the reach, then I will.
I'd like to know the stats for how many people actually listen to podcasts on Spotify.
Oh,
'Cause it was a new feature that they brought in, wasn't it?
yeah. But you can
Bit
see
off
that as a
topic.
creator.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll ask one of my friends because they've been doing one for a couple of years now.
Yeah, for sure. See how it
Shout out,
works.
so basically crew. But yeah, that's gonna call it for today. We'll definitely have another one with David and Ethan, of course.
I've enjoyed myself.
It's
been incredible.
It's been good.
Even if
Yeah.
I have chat shit and been fucking baked out my face and boiling hot.
The entire
I
time.
apologise for chatting the most shit.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see you next time as well. And one thing I didn't do last time, and I'll add it probably to the notes at the end of it, but make sure you leave a review. Let me know what I can do better. But if you guys, I know Ethan, you didn't want to give out your socials, David.
I don't mind, man. My
Doesn't really bother me.
doesn't bother me. I can do it. My Instagram is Ethan Spencer __, and that's about all.
Yeah, follow the guy. He's going to be making announcements on his MMA pro debut later this year or early next year. So watch out for that one. And then David.
Just David Coyne, really. David with 2 D's. Coyne, Coyne.
Cool.
Attached together.
There.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
make sure you follow that journey as well. And then for this, follow Tom CRST on Instagram.
Definitely do it.
Yeah, and I'll be making Twitters as well in no time. But yeah, make sure you follow those ones. Keep up to